Hey guys, Murphy's Law. When you're completely prepared for your Facebook Live, then you get booted off. So we will see if this will work, and hopefully you'll rejoin me for a night of crafting fun. So I was just talking about what we're talking about tonight, which is Flight of Fancy. All these cute little guys that we're going to color with our blending markers. And hey Susie again. And I was also talking to you about the classes that I have coming up. So I'm going to talk about that one more time because I'm going to just have to delete that first video. So we're going to, hey Terry again, we're going to try this. I got off the Wi-Fi and we're just going to see if we can go on the cellular. Be on the lookout for emails from me about my upcoming classes. So we have a Christmas Stamp-A-Stack where we make 10 Christmas cards. And that's a really great class coming up September 27th. We have the Halloween Treats class where you're going to make 5 Halloween treats. You're going to get the paper and all the goodies to make a bunch of cute Halloween projects. Okay. That'll come to you in the mail, and then you'll have a series of videos to watch how to make all these cute Halloween treats. And then we'll also have a Christmas tags class. I've also got a holiday retreat to go coming up that you can order to come to your house, and you'll have 8 projects, videos, typed up instructions. All my classes are going to have typed up instructions for you and videos, so you'll know exactly how to make the projects. So make sure and message me your emails so you make sure you're getting all my emails about my events that are coming up. All that is going out tomorrow. So I've got all the projects designed. It's a matter of getting the information out for you to sign up. So that's coming tomorrow. Tonight we're going to talk about Flight of Fancy. And this stamp set is just the cutest, okay? I'm going to flip my phone over and just say my prayers and hope that you can still see what I'm doing. And bringing you over to my stamping area. Now, we are going to make these 3 adorable cards. Now, I'm going to tell you that I'm focusing more on the coloring and the stamp set than the actual card structure. These are very simple cards, okay? So, and that's the beauty of it, is that you can really let your stamp set and your paper shine and your coloring when you're keeping the card designs simple, okay? But let's talk about Flight of Fancy. So why are we talking about this now? Well, for one, if you are the kind of person that likes to save and be smart, then you want to buy a stamp set that covers multiple holidays. So we have Christmas, we have Halloween, and we have Valentine's Day, okay? So we have 3 holidays in one, all right? So this is one reason to buy this set. Also, another feature of it is that it's got open lines. So it really, that means it can go with everything. So you can use any of your designer papers to color your little girls. Any of your designer papers with the cards when you color your little girls. And you don't have to worry about not finding the right like paper or whatever to go with it, because it can go with everything, all right? So that makes it super easy. And like I said, because it covers all 3 holidays, then you're going to save money because it's a stamp set that is like super versatile. All right. So let us start, and I'll show you the 3 cards that we're going to make, and we'll go in the order of holidays. So I'm going to start with my Halloween card. Now, very simply, we're going to start with a base that's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And then your designer paper is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Very simple. And then your little, your white is, oh, I didn't put that in here. So your white is 4 1/4 by 2 1/4. And that's thick white. And then your solid color cardstock, which in this case is black. is going to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm sorry, 4 1/4 by 2 1/2, so that it makes like a little, what do you call it? Frame. Okay. So, hey, Kathy, good to see you. You missed our crazy connectivity problem. Hopefully this will continue to work for us tonight. So, yay. All right, we're going to start with our little witchy lady. And she's on her little broomstick. She's just the cutest thing ever. And I am using gray. I don't know if you know that, but a lot of people, they insist on using Memento with blending markers, which is true. But you can also use other colors. So don't hesitate to try other color combinations when you're using blending markers. Like, just try it. And if it works, you'll know. If it doesn't work, you'll know. But I find that the basic gray works really well with blending. Okay, now I've got all my little markers in a hole here for this card. And for this card, I'm using, I'll just tell you, I'm using Daffodil Delight, dark gray granite, light granny apple, dark crumb cake, light purple posy, ivory, and light crumb cake. Okay, so starting with ivory, I'll tell you, these are two markers that you need to get in a set. So we have ivory and bronze. So that's going to cover some skin tones for you. So whatever skin tone you're choosing, ivory and bronze, that's what they're intended for. Okay, so we're going to start, I usually start there just so I can kind of be thinking about how I want to color my girl. And you can certainly use 2 layers of color and really fancy up the blending. That's not really what I'm here for tonight. We're just talking about coloring broadly, okay? So we're coloring her, and don't forget her little hands are ivory. And then I went ahead and colored the little places, the little stars on her dress, this Daffodil Delight. Of course, you could use any yellow. You could use any other color. Like, it doesn't matter. All the colors that I'm using tonight are interchangeable with whatever you have. So it's like a coloring book. There's no rules. The witch is the cutest. She is cute with her little wand. And that mouse, so cute. All right, so Daffodil Delight. Now I'm just going to color this cute little mouse, gray granite. He's so cute. He's just hanging out. And then I'm going to get her, I just love green and purple for Halloween. That's probably my favorite Halloween color combination. So that's why I chose this light granny apple green is like a lime green, and it's just one of my favorite colors. So I'm always happy when I pull out my granny apple green light blending marker. So, but what you may not know is our blending markers come in pairs. So when you purchase them, you're going to get the light pair and the dark pair. So that's great because you can use them together to make a shading type of a deal. But tonight I'm just kind of using them to color. But you can pick which one you like of what color and use that. Now I'm going to make her hair be light crumb cake. She's going to be a brown-haired witch. And then I'm going to use the purple just to kind of accent these little marks. And then I'm going to draw right on these lines. They're just too plain. We can't have just plain swooshes. They have to be purple. She's a witch, so she's going to be throwing some magic around. So we want that to be purple, okay? And then we'll go back and color the moon. And then I remember I used bronze for the actual broomstick. And then I put a little bronze in here. And the last thing I did was come back in and do crumb cake here. And then I put just a little of the darker crumb cake in there just to give it a little bit of extra flair. Okay, so really quickly that came together, our colored witch, and now we're just going to build our card. So all we're going to do is just snail, 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 or not snail, 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 seal, 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 and layer up our card. So we're going to put this thick whisper white layer. I like to color on thick whisper white. It just seems to work a little bit better. I'm going to seal this up. And get this piece of designer paper down. Now this is the Hallows Night Magic Designer Series paper. It's got lots of great, thank you Kathy, lots of great Halloween patterns. So you guys, if you're watching this, I'd love it if you share my videos so other people can play with us. Okay. Now something I did not do on my original card is I did not put rhinestones on it. But doesn't it just need some rhinestones? I mean, for reals. We've got these little sparkles right here. It just feels like it needs a rhinestone. I'm going to put them on all four of these little spiky areas. And then the last place I'm going to put one is right on her magic wand. Okay, so now it's extra special. Extra special. Okay, so first card down. Now, we're going to go to our next holiday, which is Christmas, or this could be a winter card. It doesn't have to be Christmas. And we're going to use what is called the, I actually brought it down here so I could see and tell you, Snowflake Splendor Designer Series paper. So this is the Snowflake Splendor. It's got all kinds of really pretty things. And actually, I'm going to show you all that here in a second. I'm going to get down to the cards. All right, so let's go ahead and put our designer paper layer down. Again, simple card with gorgeous papers. I'm going to go ahead and just stick these down and get them out of the way. And that's Pool Party, by the way, Pool Party paper. Now we're going to stamp our little Christmas lady. Now, she is flying over a city. Who knows? Maybe it's your city. But we've got her flying through the air. And then I also noticed in that stamp set, there's an extra bit of the elements that are in it. Like, we've got the extra sparkles, the extra snowflakes, and the extra hearts. So don't miss that when you're looking at the stamp set, so you can add on to what you need to add. Now, I'm going to make her also, I'm going to make her ivory. You know what? I think I'm going to use petal pink, so you can see that also petal pink can be a good skin tone. It's more of a peachy pink, but it can be a great skin tone too. Where's her hands? Right there, and her little bare feet, because she's an angel flying in the air. All right, now I just honestly reached in my blending bucket and grabbed out all the purples and blues and pinks that were light colored. Hey Barb. So like literally I got balmy blue, light seaside spray, light purple posy, don't need two of those, dark so saffron, dark petal pink. We have light pool party, dark pool party, dark purple posy, and what color are you? Light pool party. We got two of those. Okay, so these are the colors, just basically a lot of pretty pastels. And I am going to just start with a pool party shirt, so, or dress. And first I'm going to put in a layer of light pool party. And actually you can color the whole thing light, which is what I'm going to do for fancy's sake. And then you're going to come in and color some of the elements on her shirt or her dress with dark. So this is how you can use the dark and light together, just to give a little bit of extra flair. So I'm just doing some of these triangles and some of the dots in a dark pool party. So that gives you some just kind of texture to her outfit without just being overkill. All right, I'm gonna use this soft dark So Saffron for her hair. I wanted her to be a blonde. So nothing outrageous fancy here. And then I'm gonna come in and do the wings with ivory. I did them in pink the first time, but I'm gonna go ahead and put them in ivory. And then I'm gonna go with the buildings. Now what I did is I just picked some colors here. Sometimes your blending markers have a malfunction. You just work with them. All right. Thank you, Barb. Okay, so we're just gonna color in this house and try to avoid the windows. I did a lot better when I was not on camera. And then I just put that one aside so I don't use it again. This blue is gonna be similar, so I'm gonna move it over one so they're not next to each other. There was a darker purple that I used that was just a little too dark, so I put it back in my box, and I got out another little purple. I'm gonna do this house pink, and I'm gonna come over here and do this house pink. This is petal pink. And then I'm going to get another purple here. I guess I didn't color that whole house. I just colored part of it. So basically you are gonna pick some cute colors to color your houses. I decided I wanted them all to have the same color roof. So I just went ahead and used gray granite for the rooftops. I just thought that kind of brought them all together in a way, if that makes any sense. And then I went back with some of my lighter markers and just highlighted these little snowflakes. So nothing outrageously difficult, just throwing in some color here. Oh, that's great, Barb. It's really a cute one. I think it's one of those that you just are gonna, it's gonna be one of those ones that if you don't get it, you're gonna be on eBay trying to get it after it's gone, and then it's gonna be a sad story when you can't get it, because it's so cute. All right, so we're gonna finish filling in these little snowflakes here, and then I'm not gonna put a rhinestone on every snowflake. I'm just gonna choose 3. So I'm gonna go, actually, 1, 2, I don't have my scissors nearby for some reason. I would use them. 3. Okay, so 3 sparkles. Done. Well, almost done. There we go. All right, ta-da! Now we're gonna pop that down to the card. And it's Rudda. Isn't she cute? All right. Now, the next thing I'm gonna show you is something that you may or may not know how to do. So sometimes, like, this is designer paper from the holiday catalog called, I wrote it down here. I can't believe I don't remember it. It's from Tall Tidings. It's gorgeous. And each side has red or green. And I'll show you, well, I'm going to show that to you later. But, okay, so each side has red or green. And it's red and white striped, okay, or red and ivory, actually. Oh, hi, that's a note to myself. I write notes to myself all the time. So, I decided I wanted this paper to be red and pink and white instead of just red and white. So let me show you a little trick that I do when I want to do that. I am going to use Flirty Flamingo blending marker. It's the dark one. And I'm going to go with the thick side of it, okay? And all I'm going to do is just with a steady hand, just go all the way down that line. That's it. So nothing fancy, nothing fabulous, just, well, it is fabulous, but it's not fancy or hard. And you're just going to go down your whole designer paper, and you're going to get some of those stripes filled in pink. And then you've turned, I mean, you could just use red and white for Valentine's, but you've turned ordinary Christmas paper into fabulous Valentine's paper. So isn't that a neat trick? I think it's quite neat. All right, the last card is a Valentine's card. It uses the Tall Tidings paper, but we Valentined it up with our Flirty Flamingo blending marker. And that was a fancy trick. You can do that with the black and white designer papers too. That's a great, great tip. All right, so we are going to have a dark-skinned Cupid, and it's the cutest. Oh my gosh, this Cupid is the doll. All right, so we're gonna pop in here with a few more hearts. Remember those two little smaller stamps, 3 smaller stamps in the set. So extra hearts on there. And now we're going to color him. And I am using bronze for the skin tone. And then I'm using dark. Okay, I'll tell you what colors I'm using for this card. Bronze. Nope, I did not use that. It got snuck in there. Dark soft suede. Light real red. Light cherry cobbler. Dark cherry cobbler, and then we're going to use a gray granite light and a crumb cake dark. Okay, so some browns and some grays and some reds and some pinks. The pink is what the Flirty Flamingo is what I used for the stripes. Okay, all right, let us go ahead and, oh, you know what, I don't think I used dark crumb cake for anything, so it got a little crazy up in my craft room. All right, so believe it or not, dark soft suede is darker than bronze, even though the lid would lead you to think otherwise. So dark soft suede is about the darkest color brown that we have. So if you are doing any nature coloring, you definitely want to pick out some browns, okay? And soft suede is a wonderful one to have. So I'm getting his hair soft suede. And then I'm going to go for the body. I'm going to go bronze. Now, you could also use cinnamon cider if you wanted a lighter brown-skinned person. But right now, the cinnamon cider is on not orderable status. So you can't get it anyway. But it's a great, just watch for it and see when it comes back, because it's also a great skin tone color. All right, so isn't he adorable? We're going to get his little feet. Now, you know Cupid doesn't wear a shirt, so his whole body was showing there. But I am going to let him have his little bloomers on. And I guess I did use my Flirty Flamingo there for his bloomers. Pop of pink. And then I'm going to use this gray for the swirls. And then I'm going to come in and accent this little bow and arrow with the gray granite. So I'm not going to color that in because it's not, doesn't need to be colored in. I just kind of accented it there. And then I'm just going to use my reds and pinks to really fill in these hearts. So just coloring in hearts one at a time. And this is as easy as that. Okay. So with one stamp set, you can cover 3 holidays and 1 layout for a card. So keep it simple with your cards, and then really fancy up the stamping and the coloring, and you'll look like a genius, right? Ooh, that's dark. I like it. And then the last thing I'm going to do is just this lighter red. Isn't that cute? I love the little Cupid. He's adorable. Real Cupids wear pink, that's right. Okay, so last thing we're gonna do is layer this guy on. So we're using our real red, which is 4 1/4 by 2 1/2. And then we're just gonna pop on our 4 1/4 by 2 1/4 white strip, okay? So nothing outrageously difficult there. And we have a set of cards. So you've got, review, you've got your little Halloween, Christmas, Valentine's set of cards. All right. Now, let me show you some other samples I have with this stamp set. So this is a swap that I got. And just to remind you, like, you don't always have to color it in. It's cute on its own. So this is just a perfectly adorable card using the embossing folder and some of the cute ribbon. So that's adorable. Now, this is an over-the-top card gift that Elizabeth Mayfield Hart gave me. And she is such a comedian, and I just rolled when she sent me this card. And my whole family really enjoyed it. So I've shown it probably every week since. But it's definitely here, flying in for our Flight of Fancy TV show. All right. Now, let me tell you about some things that you can do if you like markers. Okay? So you've got to decide which markers that you want. So if you want to just make these cards and get some markers, then you need to get some thick white cardstock, real red cardstock, Twill Tidings designer paper, black cardstock, Magic in This Night designer paper, Pool Party cardstock, Snowflake Spender DSP, and you still have enough to get 6 sets of blends, all for only $99. So you've got this designer paper, okay, and you've got red cardstock, all right. You've got the Snowflake Splendor Designer Series paper. All these cute patterns of snowflakes. And you've got Pool Party paper, which I didn't bring down here. But also, this is the Pool Party pack of paper. White paper. And then for your final card, you've got the Halloween designer paper and the black pack of paper. Okay, so all of this papers plus 6 sets of blends. Okay, so you could choose 6 sets. Now, if you are just wanting to go crazy with the blending markers, then you need to get a blends starter kit. Okay, and that is you can get 13 sets of blends, so 26 markers for $99, and there's no shipping, okay? And remember, we have the Get and Go promotion when you get the starter kit right now, and what you get with that is cardstock to make 16 cards. You've got 2 free stamp sets and a package of rhinestones that comes free with your starter kit in September only, okay? So September only. So you could either do the Flight of Fancy starter kit, I just couldn't decide, or you could do the Blends starter kit and pick out 13 sets of blends for only $99. No shipping, plus you get everything on the Get and Go promotion. The 16 cards, 2 stamp sets, and rhinestones, okay? And the last thing is I just want to show you what 13 sets of blends looks like, okay? I'm going to raise up here so you can see what 13 sets of blends looks like. And I specifically chose ones that I would recommend because of what you're going to need them for. You always want to get a set of brown and a set of green so that you're ready to do nature coloring. This is Mossy Meadow. This is Crumb Cake, all right? And then you're going to need some yellows and some corals. So this is Daffodil and Coral. Pumpkin Pie, definitely red. Just Jade is a great green. These are the Night of Navy, Rich Razzleberry. You're going to need to get Ivory and Bronze. They're kind of a pair for the skin tone, okay? And then you need Magenta, just because Magenta. pretty peacock. And then definitely a set of grays. Okay, so gray granite or smoky slate set. All right, so that's a rundown on what I would recommend for a Blends starter kit. But all the pretty markers are just happiness in a box. All right, now we have a drawing for a winner from last week's video, and that was Susie. And I will be sending her a set of blending markers. So I have a set upstairs, and I'm just going to surprise you with what color they are. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching and hope that you pick out your starter kit of fun blends today. Bye.